Hey you guys, welcome back to the channel. So as you can see by the title, today we're going to be talking about safety tips from loan signing agents and just regular notary work. But first, if you haven't already, stop what you're doing, subscribe below so you are notified every time I post another video. So let's get into it. So these are not for everybody. If it doesn't apply to you, you don't have to do it. This is something or things that I do that I have found that have worked for me. And I will share a story at the very end of this, not to scare anybody, but just the realization of going into people's homes and interacting with clients that you don't know. So first, you're gonna want to get the Forewarn app. So I will post a picture right here of that app if you qualify. I also am a licensed real estate agent in Alabama, so I don't know if you can do it as a notary. I know that I qualify as a realtor, but if you can get it, and you have to do like an application, they have to approve you and all of that stuff. But the Forewarn app has really been a great tool for me. So just a little bit about it. All you have to do is have somebody's first and last name or their phone number, and you plug it into the app and you can see everything about a person. So I won't go into detail about everything that you can see, but I will say that it is really in depth, and you can see crimes or stuff like that that's been committed. Quick funny story, about 2 weeks ago I had a signing. So before, once I accept the signing, I go ahead, and when I'm prepping their docs, I put their phone number into the app. Well, I forgot. So the morning of the signing, it hit me that I didn't put the phone number in. So when it came back, the wife came back clean. The husband had like 7 or 8 like felonies, misdemeanors. Like one was burglary, theft, robbery, and I was freaked out. And so I was like calling my mom and Olivia, like, oh my gosh, I'm scared, da da da. But I wound up going. It was their home was in a really affluent place here in Birmingham. Neighborhood was $1 million homes there, but you know, you just never know. And so I was really nervous, but I went ahead and went because the signing, they were paying good money, and I'm really glad I went. I did not have a bad experience. The couple was so nice, so sweet. The wife was actually like licensed in another state, and they had just moved here recently. So it was a really great signing, and I made a great connection with the couple. But it's just something you have to be aware about. If it comes back with murders or assaults or the R word or anything like that, then I'm not sure I would go. Probably would cancel the signing and let the signing company know. Next, you're gonna want to pick a location and ask your signer, kind of just in conversation when you do the preliminary like call for the signing, when you first get it, just kind of let them know like, hey, or the day before the signing, just kind of let them know to have an area set aside close to a door, or however you want to word that. And that's just because if you go like really deep into their home and something occurs, somebody can block you to get to the door. So you just kind of want to always be accessible to the door and pay attention when you get there. If they lock the door, normally my signers leave the door kind of unlocked so I can let myself out after, but I have had people lock the door, and I just make sure to kind of like quickly check my entry point. So if it's not the front door, the back door, so you can jump the fence or whatever, you just kind of always have to be on P's and Q's, or a garage door, or when you're getting there. That brings me to my next point. When you get there, do not park in their driveway. You're gonna want to park on the street, because there have been instances from, I know other notaries, and I can see how it can happen. So if you park in their driveway, they can come or have somebody come and back you in. So if you try to get out, you cannot. So I always park on the street. That way if something goes down, I can just like hurry up and speed off and go. Next, you're going to want to know the city and the area that you are going to be in. So let's say you're in the not best part of town and you're doing a signing. You're just kind of going to want to know like where the nearest police station may be, the fire station, or quick getaway points to get some help. So I'm just saying, know your surroundings, the area. So if you normally do signings in more affluent parts of town, but you have some that are not, because you're going to have a mixture, just know the area so you know, okay, I need to be a little bit more cautious in this side of town. Next, you're going to want to share your location with a trusted person. So my wife and I have have the Life 360 app. That is because my other profession, real estate, I'm meeting with clients and I'm out and about, so that way she has my location. I normally always send her, and I don't know if signing companies you're supposed to do it or not, but I do because I care about my safety, and it is really important. That way she knows the last place I was at. So if I am there too long or something's going wrong, she can tell the police where I was at. So that's for both of us, for our safety, because this world is crazy. That brings me to my next point of having a code word or an emoji or something like that. So I won't share what my wife's are, but I have a code word for like if I'm there, like average signings on like a refi or a loan modify, like, well, I say a refi, it's probably about like 30 to 45 minutes. If I'm there an hour plus, sometimes an hour if they're talkers, or something's wrong and I need to call the signing company. But if they're talkers, if they're not talkers, everything's going well, but I'm over an hour, then I will send her the emoji letting her know the signing's just running over, but everything is okay. I have one if she needs to call the police or help, and I have one if I feel like I'm in danger. And so that's just to kind of protect yourself. Also, if they take your phone, then they know like, okay, she's gonna call the police. They may really hurt you quickly, so you just kind of want to have something or a code word. I have other notary friends that have said like a blue folder or a red folder or something, whatever you feel comfortable. That then brings me to my next point. So you're gonna want in your notary bag, I have a video which I'll link below and right here, but you are gonna want to make sure that in your bag you don't have any valuable items. So that is like just any expensive like jewelry, your wallet, anything like that. Don't take valuables inside. Don't also take your wallet, or if you have like a purse or anything like that that's expensive. I don't even most of the times wear my actual like wedding ring. I actually wear my Quelo, and I'll put the link down in the description box. It's just kind of like a rubber band. A lot of like first responders wear it just because it's really durable, and you don't have to worry about it getting, you know, messed up and your real wedding ring something happened to. If you have a nice wedding ring or people see diamonds, sometimes they can say, oh, she's got some diamonds, we're gonna rob her. Or if they see you have your purse, they can try and rob you for money or your debit cards or cash. So I leave all of that stuff in my car, or sometimes I don't even bring my purse. Like I just have like my one card and my ID, and that's it. You want to be really careful. I also don't bring inside my personal cell phone. I only take inside, and I have it my keys in my notary bag because I have a push start car. So I put my keys in the back part of my notary bag, and I have my work cell phone in case I need to call the signing company. That is it. And just be careful if you want to wear. I've worn my wedding ring on several occasions. I'm not saying I never have, and I haven't had a problem, but I did have it one time, and this is when I stopped wearing it, where the guy was like, and I kind of felt a little bit uneasy, but I was kind of like, you know, it's almost over. And so the husband was like, oh, that's a real nice wedding ring. And I was like, thank you so much. And like I kind of hurried up, was very professional, and I got out of there, and I just wasn't comfortable wearing it since. But I might be out and about or have a quick signing or a general notary work, and I don't mind wearing it. But you just have to be mindful. Bracelets, necklaces, if it's a family heirloom, I wouldn't wear it either. So just be cautious of expensive stuff and personal items inside of the home. Sorry, you guys. So I had a call come in. So next, you're gonna want to confirm the number of pets. So when I call the day before the appointment, once I have prepped their docs and I see if they're getting money back or they have to pay money, and I'm going through everything to verify one more time, I say, you know, I just want to ask, do you have any pets inside or outside of the home? They will say yes or no. If they say yes, then I will say, please make sure that they are crated or stored away in a room until I leave the premises. That is because I have had notary friends that have gotten attacked by animals. The thing is, people always say, the number one thing I hear, oh, my dog is so sweet. Like, they wouldn't hurt a fly. They wouldn't hurt you. My vibe may be off, or my aura, my energy, and they may just not like me. So therefore, just please put them up. You know, there's certain things with cats I've heard, if they scratch you, you have to go to the hospital. Or, you know, if a dog bites you and it's a big enough dog, it can break skin. Might get a rabies shot. So to avoid all of that, just have them up. And I've never had a signer have issues. I did have like a general notary work signing, or like a general notary work thing about like 2 or 3 weeks ago. And when I called the lady, I was doing it for somebody out of town, but the resident was here in Alabama and Birmingham. And so I asked her, I said, hey, do you have any animals inside or outside of the premises? And she said, I have cats, and I'm like deathly afraid of cats. And so she's like, oh, well, you know, they won't jump in your car, but they follow me. So when she was coming to my car, she had like mad cats inside of her house, and then she had mad cats outside. Like, y'all, no lie, it was like at least 15-20 cats in between inside and outside. So when she starts coming to my car, I rolled my window like up to where they couldn't even like get a paw in, and I talked to her through that. I let her know I was like deathly afraid, and she was completely understanding. She tried to like shoo them, they wouldn't leave. So yeah, that's that. But just make sure you're careful about pets. And the last tip is you're going to want to try as much as possible confirm how many people will be present during the signing. So if it's a husband and wife, sometimes, you know, you can say, oh, you know, do you have children that will be present? You can kind of word it to whatever you're comfortable with, to just make sure that, you know, they won't be a distraction, so that way you can quickly get their documents back into the signing company. And whenever you're trying to kind of word things nicely, you always kind of want to say it in a way like, you know, so I can get your documents back to the signing company quicker. The quicker I can get the docs back to them, the quicker that you can receive your funds back. Because most things right now are refinances, so people are getting large sums of money back. So most of the time people don't want to harm you because they're happy you're there, because they're getting like thousands of dollars. Like the most I saw a signer was getting back was like almost 200,000 they were getting back. So they're like, oh my gosh, we've been doing this for a long time, we've been excited for you to come. But you have those people that will try and hurt you. So just try and confirm, that way you kind of know like the age ranges or how many people will be present. So in all, you just want to make sure you're completely aware of your surroundings, inside and outside of the home, the area, pets. Be careful about taking valuables inside of a home. So the story that I want to share is that it's actually a lady that I know. She's one of my signer friends or associates, and she shared it recently about a month ago, and it was really shocking and heartbreaking. So she has a lot of the same and even stricter rules than I do for safety, and she was assaulted in the worst way, if you can read between the lines. And yeah, it's an ongoing criminal case, and she's not deterred. She still does notary work, and she's still out here working. But just know that it can happen. It does happen, and you have to make sure you're protected. So if you have any tips or anything else that I can add to my safety toolbox, let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.